Shocking unsolved crime number 17 is the Tylenol poisoning scare.
The Tylenol murders was the first time in American history that terrorism actually reached into American homes and showed us how vulnerable we really are.
The nation's trust in its favorite painkiller was about to be destroyed.
On September 29, 1982, a young girl named Mary Kellerman, she was 12 years old, went to her parents' bedroom, complaining that she wasn't feeling very well.
Her parents gave her an extra-strength Tylenol capsule and sent her back to bed. By lunchtime, she was dead. That same day, a 27-year-old woman from nearby Winfield, Illinois, took 2 capsules for a headache. She died within hours. A 27-year-old suburban Chicago man was the next to die, followed quickly by his 19-year-old wife and 25-year-old brother. All 3 family members took capsules from the same bottle of Tylenol.
Several firefighters in the Chicago area were talking about the oddity of these people keeling over, and they detected the fact that all of these people took Tylenol right beforehand.
Authorities looked at the remaining pills in the family's Tylenol bottle and found capsules laced with deadly potassium cyanide.
It was 10,000 times more than the amount that would kill an average person.
The cyanide is a chemical compound which is found in various kinds of industrial products.
It basically shuts down the metabolic machinery of all your cells. You can ingest cyanide and be dead in seconds to minutes.
Meanwhile, the makers of the pain reliever, Johnson & Johnson, issued a recall.
Johnson & Johnson felt that their #1 responsibility was to the consumers, even to the point of withdrawing all of the products from the shelves in the Chicago area, actually nationwide, so that any risk would be removed.
But the death toll kept rising. 7 victims in just 72 hours. Almost from the start, police ruled out a manufacturing problem with the medication.
It was determined, and fairly quickly, that somebody was taking the capsules apart and putting in a small amount of cyanide and putting them back together and then putting them on the shelves.
Ultimately, more than 30 million capsules of Tylenol were recalled, costing Johnson & Johnson an estimated $100 million. The question remained, who could commit such a crime and why?
Sick people commit crimes like this. Some people do it because there's a revenge motive. They're angry at the company. Some people do it for the kicks, to see if they can read their names in the news and know that they got away with it.
After a 6-month investigation, authorities had no viable leads. New tamper-proof packaging was introduced. Packaging that is now the norm for almost all forms of consumable products.
To this day, we now have to struggle to open your medications because now they're tamper-proof.
It also led to the 1983 Tylenol bill, which made the tampering of any consumer products a federal offense.
In 1986, after yet another death, Johnson & Johnson stopped manufacturing their products in capsule form.
They then withdrew all capsules and destroyed them, and sometime later came out with what's still on the market today called caplets. But you can't tamper with that the same way that people could tamper with the capsules.
The identity of the Tylenol poisoner still remains a mystery.